Next question says, I recently learned I have high ochratoxin. Do you know if LDN can help the body either clear this mold out of the body? Let me think about that one for a second here. So I'm not familiar with that specific mold, but mold in general, again, this is what Dr. Sherman talked a lot about. And we do have quite a bit of information, and you can certainly look at that on the ldnresearchtrust.org website, looking for molds. When we're trying to clear molds out of the body, there's a couple of different ways that we have to look at how the mold is going to evacuate. So where is the mold at? Sometimes it's in the sinuses, sometimes it's in the gut, sometimes it's systemic. It just can be a lot of different ways. So LDN will reduce inflammation, which will aid in the clearing of the mold, but it's not the only medication that's used, right? So usually when we're dealing with those kinds of toxins, sometimes we have to decrease the barriers by which the molds produce. So we have to use certain medications that will decrease a biofilm, will also then help to kill the mold and its spores and its variety of disease or age states that mold is at. Sometimes when there's one mold, there's more than more. Rarely is there just one. So you need to work with an environmental specialist very closely, because sometimes as we reduce inflammation, and we've seen this with LDN, somebody gets started on LDN and then they have a full-on bloom. In other words, they get worse before they get better. We know LDN's working, but we need to follow that very carefully, because someone can become very ill with that bloom. But we can then use that time period to then hone in on what we need to do to distract and then extract the toxin from the body, clear it from the body. We don't stop low-dose naltrexone during that period of time. We just add other medications. And sometimes those are anti-infectives. And it really depends on the very specific toxin that we're dealing with. Sometimes there's antibiotics. Sometimes there are biofilm disruptors. Sometimes they're oral. Sometimes they're in a nasal spray or even an IV. So work with a skilled environmental specialist to help you with that process. LDN would always be oral, by the way.